Hi, hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm good.
Hey, that's great to hear. So we did not finish stages of life yesterday.
But I guess we skipped the second lesson of this course. It's talk about hobbies and leisure time, something like that.
Okay. So you want to go back? No problem. We'll go back. Okay. Okay. Let's get started. How much free time do you have?
Well, for the most part, I suppose that I have enough free time. I mean, I am quite good at managing my schedule. So, well, yeah, it depends on me. Especially
Mhm.
recently, I am not working. I just
Okay, so how much free time do you think you need?
um, I don't know, but I think it would be better for me if I have just a little free time.
Okay.
Because okay,
Go ahead. No, please go ahead, Fee.
um, I want to be busy as much as possible because when I am busy, I feel like I'm productive, and
Mhm.
yeah, I love that feeling.
Okay, yes. What is your favorite activity to do in your free time?
Um, I just um, I am just into doing some low key things, like listening to my favorite songs or binge watching my favorite film series or
Okay.
my friends. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds really awesome. Okay, so here we have phrasal verbs related to free time, please.
hmm To keep up something, to come doing something, it is easy to start a hobby, but it can be hard to keep up with it. To be into something, be interested in something. I'm really into gardening now that the weather is nice. To take up a hobby, to start a new hobby. Recently, I've taken up knitting. It's not as hard as I thought it would be.
Do you have any questions?
No,
Thank you.
okay. To give up, to quit, to stop doing something. I try to learn sailor dance
Salsa.
salsa dancing, but I gave up after only two lessons. To get together, to meet in order to spend time together, we should all get together for dinner this weekend. To catch up with someone, to get the latest news, to spend time finding out what has been happening while you have been away or during the time you have not seen someone. Each week, I call my best friend to catch up with her friend and her family.
Any questions here, Fee?
No,
Good job. Thank you. So, what hobbies are you into right now?
mm, probably it's playing billiards. For about 3 months ago, I had a chance to meet my niece, and she's she's she taught me how to play billiards. At the very first time I played it, I was really into it. Yeah, I I I took up that hobby 3 months ago.
Okay, great. We actually, as a family, we play billiards once a month. We get together and we play against each other.
That's great.
Yeah. I love it. Absolutely. Is it hard for you to keep up with your hobbies? Why or why not?
Um, for me, it is not really hard for me, but for most of people, it's quite hard. But maybe because of their time management skill. I mean,
Hmm.
they usually say that they do not have free time to do the things they like. But for
Hmm.
me, it's quite easy. Um, for about playing billiards that I told you earlier,
Yeah.
it's a little bit hard because it is quite it is not easy for me to have someone who have the same interest with me. I mean, to play billiards with me in my location. So it's a little
Okay.
hard. Okay.
Okay. What hobby would you like to take up next?
Um, maybe honestly, I want to try skateboarding.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, skating, I guess.
Ah, skating. Okay, wow. Well, if you need someone to play billiards with you, you can always fly down to Cape Town. I would definitely love to play a game with you. Absolutely.
I hope so.
Okay, so can you describe a time that you gave up a hobby and why did you give it up?
Mm, well, let me think. Maybe I have never given up any hobby of mine. So, because as I told you earlier, I'm quite good at managing time. So I think I have. I think if I like doing something, I know how to uh, keep up with it. Um, yeah. So
Okay, thank you for sharing. Who would you like to get together with next time you have some free time?
um, probably my boyfriend, because we haven't met for about 1 month. And next week I plan to visit his house. So probably I and no, definitely I will spend time with him.
Okay, yes, it's by time. 1 month is a long time. So, when was the last time you called a friend just to catch up with them?
Um, even though we live in different locations, I mean we do not have many opportunities to meet in person, but we keep in touch with each other every day. Um, so the latest time I texted my friend it just about 30 minutes ago.
Mhm. Okay, that's good to hear. Thank you. So here we have, okay, so on the next 5 slides, we're just going to share ideas and opinions, okay? Now, do you prefer spending your free time alone or with others? And what are some benefits of each?
Mm, well, personally, I think it literally depends on the activities that I want to do at that time. For some activities, I prefer being alone. For example, when I listen to my favorite song, I just want to do alone because while listening, I usually like dance and sing along with my favorite singer. So I think it is more comfortable for me if I stay alone. But for some activities such as playing billiards, it would be better if I play with my friends.
Absolutely correct. Now, how can you balance spending your free time both alone and with other people?
Um, well, it's quite hard because most of the time I study, I work, and I stay alone. But about once a month or two times a month, I spend time to travel to Hanoi to with my to meet my best friends. So that is a way that I spend time with my beloved people.
Great. So you have quite a good balance. So, what would you do if you had more free time?
Mm. Believe it or not, I do not wish to have more free time because now I have too much free time.
Mhm.
As I told you earlier, I'm not working at the moment. I just
Yes.
spend time on studying. On this is a gap year for me.
Mhm.
Uh, so yeah, I do not wish to have more free time.
Okay, I can believe that. In your opinion, is there such a thing as too much free time?
For me, it's absolutely right at the moment.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Well done. Okay, what do you think the idiom time is money means? And do you agree with it?
Mm, well, for my uh, point of view, times is money means times is very valuable, and we should appreciate and we should spend time on the right things and right persons with right people. And I totally agree with it. For about 2 years ago, when I was really stressful, when I was in my depression, I just spent my time staying alone, just uh, did nothing. I just spent I stay alone. I didn't work. I didn't study anything. I just spent time on crying and being desperate, something like that.
Mhm,
But after that, when I overcame it,
mhm.
I realized that there are so many things that I should spend time on learning, on studying, or there are some beloved people that I should spend time with them. And I am so regretted about the time that I waste in the past. So yeah.
Yes, I agree with that as well. Time is money, definitely. Let me see. Can boredom be a good thing? Why or why not?
In this year, I learned a very significant lesson, and that is if you bring more joy and passion, you should open to experiencing the bad thing or the boredom. So I think being boredom is good thing because it it teaches us about what happiness is. You should know what boredom is, so you will know, you will understand, and you will um, appreciate what happiness is. And
Yeah.
sometimes boredom allows us to be more creative.
Yes, absolutely. How do you entertain yourself when you are bored?
Mm, Whenever I feel bored, I spend time on learning something new.
I don't know what I do because when I'm bored, I either go sleep or I
Hmm.
eat.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm in a bit of a situation right now and I need to get it sorted, but I haven't even begun to think how I'm going to do that.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
you try to, meet someone to share your feelings or to have like to get more positive energy from them?
Actually, I haven't, to be honest, Fee, I haven't been out of my house in probably the last 3 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't been outside either. I'm just indoors working on Cambly. When I'm done working, I take a shower, I have something to eat, I pray, and I go sleep. So I was thinking today I need to get out. I need to go meet my friends so that I can laugh a little bit, maybe get some advice and, positive energy.
Yeah, definitely you should.
I intend to do that tomorrow afternoon when I'm done working. Okay, so here we have, how do people's free time activities change as they get older? I want you to think about what you used to do in your free time as a kid versus now.
Okay. Because our passion changes, so
Yes.
the way we spend time when we have free time will change also. Like when I was a kid, I remember that I was crazy about reading comics books or like some fairy tales. I
Yes.
spent I spent hours on reading comics, my books in my room. But recently, I no longer love reading books anymore. Um, uh, just in if I have to read to
Mhm.
prepare for my studying, I will read. But read for uh, more for interest. I no longer read for it. Um,
Okay.
so just recently, I now I spend time. I spend most of my free time for on listening to music or watching films or hanging out with my friends. So that's all.
Okay, thank you. Okay, can you weigh in for me, please?
Mm-hmm. Uh, People often argue about how kids should spend their free time. In the past, parents used to worry that children might damage their eyes reading books. Later, they were concerned that kids spend too much time watching TV, and now parents worry that kids spend too much time on the internet. Okay.
Okay, Fee, does it really matter how much time children spend doing these things? Why or why not?
Uh, Well, I believe that it is very important um, to consider how much time children spend time for reading books, for watching TV, and for yeah, it's really significant
Okay.
uh, because the th- they are they are imposed on in any way orient the way they think, the way they behave,
Mhm.
and also um, these activities also uh, impact on their health too. I mean, if children spend too much time on TV on television, um, they have a tendency to damage their eyes, of course.
Mhm.
So yeah, that is a reason why it's really matters.
Of course, it matters. Absolutely. How do you think kids should spend their free time?
Um, I don't know, but I just emoji
Imagine.
yeah. In the later life, if I have my kids, I love I just want them to spend their time for their family, for doing some outdoor activities with to bond family members with each other. It is
Okay.
very crucial to nurture their emotional intelligence. So I
Yes. Okay, so follow-up questions, Alfie. A great way to keep a conversation going is by asking follow-up questions. Okay, so if you had an unlimited amount of money, what hobbies would you take up?
Mm, so I will just do some hobbies that allows me to do in a low budget.
Mhm.
Like I can listen to my favorite song on the internet for
Mhm.
almost free. Or if I if I am into reading books, I can go to the public library for that interest. So I just choose something that I can do without money, without cost me any money.
Of course, definitely. I think people spend way too much money on hobbies anyway. That's my opinion. More vocabulary. Can you please review these phrases for me and then we'll talk about it? Anything you don't understand, I will explain.
Avid sport fan, right?
Avid,
Avid, okay, avid sports fan. Someone who really likes watching sports. History buff,
buff,
okay? History buff. Someone who knows a lot about history and enjoys learning about it. Social butterfly. It means easygoing, right?
yes,
Okay. Someone who is really outgoing and is very comfortable in social situations. Homebody. Someone who likes to stay at home. Okay. That's me.
yes. Oh, yes, me too. Any questions?
Now,
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so what do you think? For each activity listed below, state whether you think it is relaxing, boring, or work, and then explain why you say that.
okay. For me, gardening is relaxing,
Mhm.
but it's quite hard for me. I mean, I do not have much opportunities to to do gardening in my house because we do not have gardens in my house.
Okay.
But it's relaxing because I quite love nature. I love I love um, I love to learn more about. I love learning about how to take care of something, an animal or a tree, something like that. It's interesting for me. Cleaning the house is a work. I'm not into cleaning.
Yes, definitely it's a work.
Walking 3 miles through a forest.
Oh,
Wow.
that's hard work.
Yeah, it's hard work. Yeah, it's boring. It's very boring. If I have to do it alone, it's really boring. But if I am with my favorite people, it's probably I think I will feel better because we can talk while walking,
Mhm.
so I can forget the time.
Of course, yes.
Getting a haircut, oh, I love it.
Me
Whenever,
too.
yeah, it is for relaxing activities. Whenever
Mhm.
I feel bad, uh, I always say that the hairdresser saved me at that time. I love
Uh-huh.
cutting my hair or dyeing my hair. It's
Mhm.
really good. Reading the newspaper, no, it's boring for me. I'm not into reading anything.
Okay.
Learning English, yeah, it's relaxing. Uh, when sometimes I feel bored and I just find a reading passage from IELTS examination to do
Mhm.
it to feel relaxed.
Okay.
Uh, watching sports on TV. I'm not into it, so it's boring. Listening to classical music. Yeah, it's quite relaxing. Like I remember that the time when I have to I have to give score to my student in their writing um, essays.
Mhm.
It's really stressful because they just try to use like the like the way they express their ideas is really weird. Like I don't
Mhm.
know how to rewrite for them. So I listen to classical music
Mhm.
to unwind my mind.
Yes, for me too. Classical music for me is very relaxing. So I have quite a few artists that I listen to, but Richard Clayderman is the best one out of the lot. So I listen to him constantly. I find it really relaxing. I'm not into sports, reading newspapers, walking, or cleaning, or even gardening. I love getting my hair done as well. I learn English and I teach English at the same time. And then, of course, my music never stays behind. Okay, so that is the end of that lesson today, Fee. You did great.
Thanks. Um,
Yeah,
like about 2 days ago, I posted the recording of this of the previous lessons on my YouTube.
you did.
Yeah, and my boyfriend saw that. They listened and they watched. He listened and he watched it, and he said that like my intonation is something weird. Like it is unnatural, something like that.
Why would you say that?
I don't know.
No, your intonation is not weird and it's not unnatural. You have an accent. And
Thanks.
so when somebody speaks with an accent, then the intonation would sound maybe weird to somebody else. But as a native English speaker, your intonation doesn't sound weird to me or unnatural because you have an accent.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. And you speak really well. And I really enjoy these classes with you because you speak with fluency. Your
Oh,
intonation is good, your pronunciation is perfect, and you also give an answer with so much detail, lots of vocabulary, and also lots of grammar. So you're doing a really great job.
thanks.
You're welcome. Oh my gosh. Yes, well, Fee, this is the end of our lesson. I'm over my time. So I have another reservation calling. So I hope to see you again tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow. See you.
Okay, see you. Bye bye.
Bye.